des jeunes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pierre Augustin Léon, Jojo, with you for this show. Mesdames et messieurs, c'est Pierre Augustin Léon qui est avec nous pour show ça. Nous t'es habitués avec one des jeunes longtemps et nous t'es venu camper, là nous t'es qu'on fait li sur Radio 80EH. Nous t'es venu dans Miami plusieurs fois, nous commençons par faire show dans l'autre radio. Et nous te vin camper. Donc, journée jeudi, nous bien contents pour nous capables de rencontrer nous, pour nous faire un comeback, un retour, pour nous capables de commencer à faire une autre activité dans social media, journée jeudi. Premier bagay là que nous avons pour parler de lui, c'est 12 janvier qui rappelle nous un gros désastre, un gros tête chargé, qui est le earthquake qui était ravagé pays nous Haïti. Et nous, deuxième bagay là, nous va parler de TPS. Et puis, troisième là, c'est remarque que le président américain a fait dans semaine là, un jour avant 12 janvier, qui marque gros anniversaire, 8e anniversaire tête chargée, bagay qui rappelle nous, un gros tête chargée. Côté que peuple haïtien te pédi en pile foyo, en pile soyo, cousin, cousine, tantine, tonton, voisin, ancien professeur, ancien condisciple l'école, toute qualité, couche sociale censée victime, subi de tremblement de terre, ça qui t'est passé dans le pays. As we said, the earthquake of 2010, it was a very damaging issue for the country. And everyone suffered on that area. And through the earthquake, we had a lot of people around the world came to help the country. One of the country, United States of America, was the most open one to receive. The United States Citizenship and Immigration Service, on November 20, 2017, the acting Secretary of Homeland Security, Ellen Duke, announced her decision to terminate the Temporary Protected Status, TPS, designation for Haiti, with a delayed effective date of 18 months to allow for orderly transition before the designation terminates on July 22, 2019. Trump administration decision to return nearly 60,000 Haitians to their quake-ravaged homeland pushed South Florida community leaders to act. They call it heartbreaking and shameful decision, while vowing that the fight has just begun. Nous dit que Citizenship Service Immigration dans le pays États-Unis, décision qui a été prise le 20 novembre, c'était secrétaire qui t'a parlé, qui est Hélène Duke, il était annoncé décision que vous gagnez pour finir avec ça qui est les bagailles temporaires que vous avez bail pour moun qui est rentré dans le pays. Et ça peut te fait mal pour un pile haïtien, yo vini avec une nouvelle que à partir de 18 mois, et pour être plus précis, c'est va le 22 juillet 2019, eh ben, ça a fini. Et décision ça, c'était Trump administration qui te prend décision pour le capable retourner la caille près de 60 000 Haïtiens après que tremblement de terre qui te ravagé pays a été passé. Leader qui trouve dans South Florida, dans Florida du Sud, eh ben, toute communauté ça, eux, mettait leader ça, eux, mettait tête à eux ensemble. Et ils fait connaître que ça, c'est un bagay qui crase que, et c'est un bagay qui fait honte. Décision sont décision qui fait honte. Yo frappé piate pour yo dire que y a goumen pour que un bagay comme ça a fait retourner ti moun yo dans l'école là pas jamais fait dans pays ya.
I just want to take a moment to talk about Haiti, one of the places the President of the United States referred to today as a shithole country. I was taught math in high school by a Haitian immigrant named Yves Volel, who worked hard, who dedicated himself to teaching kids in America. He ultimately returned to his country of Haiti and was assassinated while running for president. I spent a lot of time in Haiti. I first went there in the early 1990s as a young reporter. In 2010, my team from CNN was the first international team of journalists on the ground after the earthquake struck. I spent more than a month there and have returned many times on assignment and on vacation. Like all countries, Haiti is a collection of people. It's rich and poor, well-educated and not, good and bad. But I've never met a Haitian who isn't strong. You have to be to survive in a place where the government has often abandoned its people, where opportunities are few, and where Mother Nature has punished the people far more than anyone should ever be punished. But let me be clear tonight. The people of Haiti have been through more. They've been through more. They've withstood more. They fought back against more injustice than our president ever has. Tomorrow marks exactly 8 years since the earthquake struck Haiti. A 7.1 magnitude earthquake killed anywhere between 220,000 and 300,000 people. The actual numbers will never be known because they were buried in unmarked pits. 1.5 million people were displaced. For days and weeks, without help from their own government or police, the people of Haiti dug through rubble with their bare and bloodied hands to save complete strangers, guided only by the cries of the wounded and the dying. I was there when a young girl named Bee, who'd been trapped in rubble for nearly a day, was rescued by people who had no heavy equipment. They just had their God-given strength and their determination and their courage. I was there when a 5-year-old boy named Monley was rescued after being buried for more than 7 days. Do you know what strength it takes to survive on rainwater buried under concrete? A 5-year-old boy buried for 7 days. Haitians slap your hand hard when they shake it. They look you in the eye. They don't blink. They stand tall and they have dignity. It's a dignity many in this White House could learn from. It's a dignity the president, with all his money and all his power, could learn from as well. On the anniversary of the earthquake, on this day when this president has said what he has said about Haitians, we hope the people in Haiti who are listening tonight in Port-au-Prince, in Jacmel, in Benet, in Miami and elsewhere, we hope they know that our thoughts are with them and that our love is with them as well.
And I say to our superintendent of schools who is concerned about the children, we will stand at the schoolhouse door and dare them to come and remove any children who are here on TPS, and they would be high school students, and I guarantee you we will stand. Thank you.
I said it a long time ago. I said it recently. I'll reaffirm once again, over my dead body shall anybody remove any child from the sanctity of our classrooms, from the sanctuaries that schools represent in our community.
Pour moun qui sorti dans zone Salvador, dans zone Afrique, mes amis, Afrique là dedans oui. Et dans ce maintenant président américain t'a parlé de lundi 15 janvier comment que y a célébré un grand jour pour Martin Luther. Dans jour ça, gagné tout haïtien yo avec toute l'autre nation yo qui affecté par TPS là, yo te font frapper pied à terre.
El Salvador, Aibobo!
Nous va gagner opportunité pour nous capable tout bagay ça yo parce que topic yo qui chaud pour journée aujourd'hui eh bien c'est tremblement de terre nous parler de lui nous rappeler nous de lui nous gagne à faire TPS là et puis mes amis c'est déclaration que président bail comme si qui pas mener gouvernement peuple haïtien avec un peu l'autre peuple moun qui sorti dans l'autre côté cap vivre dans pays. Mais ça va permettre tout que nous fait contact avec tout nèg qui professeur d'histoire dans pays tout pour nous faire venir parler de apport que pays d'Haïti te porté dans révolution pour pays américain te gagner indépendance pour te gagner freedom, what they call the freedom. Haitian volunteer, Haitian soldiers, they gave their life, they sacrificed their life by blood. They paid the price for the Haitian people. If they are here today, I would say it is not a favor that anybody can make to Haitian people, because we paid the price of being here to live in America. It is not a favor. Our fathers, our great-great-fathers came in Georgia, Savannah in Georgia, in Alabama, and the Chicago city. And we can hear Mayor Emanuel, how he said that on January 15, Haitian soldiers, Haitian immigrants founded the city of Chicago.
On a day in which we as a city take a moment to reflect on the message and the life of Dr. King, this city, founded by an immigrant from Haiti, this city, when he saw a lake and a river and the possibility from Haiti, those were the words that were spoken and the values that were spoken when Hitler put Jews on a boat in 1939 in St. Louis, the name of that boat, to show the world that nobody wanted Jews. And as it came to the shores, it was rejected because they did not want those people in this country. We are here on this breakfast because whoever's journey, whether it is across the Atlantic, the Pacific, the Rio, or up the Mississippi, Chicago is your home. We find common identity in this city. Our history as a city is welcoming people who believe that tomorrow can be better than today. And I say that as the son and the grandson of an immigrant who came to this city not just to flee the pogroms, but to embrace the promise of tomorrow.
Wow. We need to do, in some cases, history of Haitian relation with America. Then it might be good for some as a reminder, but for others, maybe the largest group, it might be a new story, a way to tell them this page.
I, too, am the child of immigrants. And African Americans and people who consider ourselves African Americans, some of us have parents who are immigrants from Haiti, from the Caribbean, from Africa, from around the world. And by the way, since you addressed Haiti specifically, let me tell you what Haiti has done for us. Haitians fought in the Revolutionary War. There were Haitians among those who helped us to defeat Britain and free this country and make it independent. Haitians overthrew the great Napoleonic army to make possible the Louisiana Purchase, which would not have happened but for that revolution and France's defeat. Haitians built and created the culture of New Orleans. Now, you can't hate New Orleans, right? But that culture could not have existed without the ex-migration of people from Haiti to New Orleans to escape because Haiti had been overthrown. The colony had been overthrown. Haitians live in this country and contribute as doctors, as lawyers, as nurses, as scientists, as statesmen. They are a part of the fabric of this country, and, sir, African Americans include Haitian Americans.
Today was the first day since we get started with the show Round of Young, Ronde des Jeunes. Nous tous nous te connaissons que nous te kon fè programme ça dans Radio 80EH.
The presidency doesn't change who you are, it reveals who you are. And the same thing is true of a presidential campaign. So if a candidate is erratic and threatening, if a candidate traffics in prejudice, fears, and lies on the trail, if a candidate has no clear plans to implement their goals, if they disrespect their fellow citizens, including folks who've made extraordinary sacrifices for our country, let me tell you, that is who they are. That is the kind of president they will be. Trust me. A candidate is not going to suddenly change once they get in office. Just the opposite, in fact, because the minute that individual takes that oath, they are under the hottest, harshest light there is. And there is no way to hide who they really are. And at that point, it's too late. They're the leader of the world's largest economy, the commander-in-chief of the most powerful military force on earth. With every word they utter, they can start wars, crash markets, change the course of this planet. So who in this election is truly ready for this job?
Nous venons avec lui sur l'autre format que nous relèvons Wonder des jeunes. Même introduction de musique là, même outro musique là, même ça que nous te joué yo, n'a toujours venu avec lui son façon pour faire songer que musique ça de vous tendre et bien bon, c'est Wonder des jeunes qui a porté pour vous, qui compte porter conseil pour jeunes yo, because nous focus in English they say the demography. We still focus on the young people. We want the young people to know this is their show. We're going to have them, we will interview them, we will bring them to the show. Then that what this round of young is going to be about. All right? Thank you for having your time. Hoping to see you next time. Pierre Augustin Léon, Jojo. God bless.